Hello and welcome back. So today we are going to continue our journey of making more and more apps. Today we are going to discuss color learning app, how to make a color learning app. Okay, so I'm going to select new project, empty view activity, and here let me type color learning app and location, and package name is fine, and let Android Studio create a project for us. We are going to wait for some seconds, maybe for 10 more seconds. So importing color learning app created project. So as usual, this app follows module view controller architecture, where first we are going to create the view of our app, and then we are going to create the model, and then in the last we are going to create the controller. So you will see that a lot of app follows this model view controller because it is like separation of concern. You are, totally concentrated on creating interface, and then on creating what data you want, what operation on the data you want to perform, and then the controller part will take data from the view, and it's going to uh, pass that data to the model. So it acts like a bridge between view and a model. So okay, so the project has been created. So let me go to layout activity underscore main, and let me go and create the interface. So first I'm going to set a linear layout, and then some properties like gravity. So gravity will be center, and padding 32 dp, and background. So background color will be FFF3E0. So that will be the background color. Yes, and one other thing, orientation will be vertical. Alright, so now I'm going to define some views. So the first one is a text view with the width of wrap content, height of wrap content, and text. So the text is what color is this? So that will be the text. And then we have text size, which is 28 sp. Text color, which in our case will be hash D81B60. And then layout margin bottom 40 dp. Alright, so that is like the question we are asking from the user, what color is this? And then we are going to display the color. So we will have a view having width of 180 dp and height of 180 dp, and then the ID. So the ID will be color circle, and then the background. So in our case, the background will be at drawable. So circle background. So let us create that background. So we are going to create it in a moment, but for now let me define layout margin bottom 50 dp. Okay, so let us go to drawable and create circle background. So right click, new, drawable resource file. So it will be circle underscore background, and the root element will be shape. Click OK. So we have that circle background. So you can see the error goes away. But let us add something to this circle background. So the root element is shape. So here I'm going to say Android shape. So the shape will be oval. And then other properties like solid, Android color, hash ff52, so that is the color. And then the stroke, Android width, it will be 10 dp. And color will be 3f5 1b5. So that will be the border color, and then we have this red color inside it. So that is our view. So let us go back, and you can straight away see that view over here. Now let me add some option buttons. Okay, so button, width of match parent and height of 60 dp. The text will be red, and let us give it an ID, button option 1. Text size, so in our case the text size is 22 sp. The text color will be hash fff. Okay, so layout, margin bottom, so it will be 16 dp. So that is one option. So we are saying like what color is this. So you have a red option, let me add the other button. So button having width of match parent and height of 60 dp. ID will be button option 2. So the text is blue, and the text size will be 22 sp. Text color hash fff, which will be white, and margin bottom will be 16 dp. So that is the second button. So the second option, actually it is the second option. So this is button option 2, and let me add the third option. So match parent, height and ID. So this will be button option 3, and let us have a text. So it will be green. The text size 22 sp, and the text color, so it will be hash, and margin bottom, which in our case will be 30 dp. So that are the three options. Okay, and let's add a text view. That will be a feedback text view. So text view, width of wrap content, also height of wrap content, ID, it will be text view feedback. The text and text size. So text size will be 28 sp, and text style will be bold, and margin top 20 dp. So that will be a feedback text view where this user is going to see the result. And in the last we will have a button having width of wrap content, height of wrap content, and ID. So the ID will be button next, and then the text, which will be next question, and then let us define the text size, which will be 18 sp, background tint hash AB47BC, margin top will be 20 dp, and for the moment we are going to say the visibility is gone. And let me put the end tag. Okay, so that completes our interface. So let me revise what we have done so far. So far we have a linear layout having orientation of vertical and gravity of center, so everything will be vertical and place center. And then we have padding, background color, width and height is match parent, and the context where it will be run is main activity. And then we have a text view. What color is this? So this is a question. And then a view which shows the color. So the background will be from drawable circle background. So you can see we created this circle background as a shape view. And then we have three option button. Button 1, so what are the option? Red, is it red color, is it blue color, or is it green color? And then the feedback text view having ID of text view feedback, width and height of wrap content. The text for the moment is nothing. Text size 28 sp, text style bold, layout margin top 20 dp. And then in the last we have a button, the next button, which is going to load the next question. So it has ID of button next, the text is next question, text size, background tint, and margin top. Okay, So uh, this is the interface, and now we are going to create the model class. So let me go to Kotlin, your package, right click new, Kotlin class file. So it will be data class, and the name will be color question. So the color, the first thing is color code, which will be integer. uh, Correct name, what is the correct answer, it will be string. And then wrong names, which will be a list. So these will contain wrong answer, list of string. So that is our data model class. So it has color code, color name, which is the correct name, and wrong names. So we completed the interface and the model class. Now let us go to the main activity, which is a controller class, where we are going to first define some reference variables. So here we define private, late initialize, color circle, which is a view, private, late initialize variable, button, option 1, which is a button. Let me import this view, alt enter. Also import the button, alt enter. Import button class, private, late initialize, button, option 2. So it's a button. Button, option 3, it is also of type button. And then we have private, late initialize variable, text view, feedback. So it's a text view. And then the last one, private, late initialize, button next, which is of type button. Okay, so these are reference variables. And now let me add a mutable list of buttons. So private, option, buttons, and here we have mutable list of, so we have mutable list of button. Okay, and now we are going to define color map. Okay, let me see the time. So we will have a map. Now we are going to map color name to Android color code. Okay, so private val color map, so it is a map of what color, which is a string. So red color, we are going to map it to color dot red. So then we will have a blue color, and we are going to map it to color dot blue. And green color, So map it to color dot green. So far we have red, blue, green color, and then we have a yellow color which we are going to map it to color dot yellow, and then purple color which we are going to map it to color dot magenta, and some other colors like orange, and we are going to map it to color dot red, green, blue 255 comma 152 comma 0, and then a pink color which we are going to map it to color dot red, green, blue 233 30 comma 99. So this is the color map. So we map a string to the color code. So here you can see color red has a color code of -65536 actually, and then color blue, it has a separate code, and color green, so you can see those codes over here in the pop-up window. Okay, so we define a color map, and now let us add a list of questions. So what questions we are going to put onto the user. Alright, so private val questions, so we will have list of questions. So list of color question color dot red, and the answer will be red. And then we also have wrong colors, so it will be list of, so wrong answer are blue and so blue color and green. Alright, so that is color question, and then we have another color question color dot blue, the correct answer is blue, and the incorrect answer are list of, so let us see the list of colors, so which in our case is yellow, and red. So these are list of colors, wrong names actually. And then I'm going to say add another question color question, so color dot green, so the correct answer is green, and the incorrect answer are list of, so I'm going to say purple, and orange. So we added three questions. Let us add some more questions like color question, color dot yellow, and the correct answer is yellow, and the wrong names are list of. So we have list of pink and brown color. Color question, color dot magenta, which is actually purple color, and then we have list of colors like green, it is a wrong answer, and blue. So we created a question bank actually, and you can see question bank over here. So the name is questions, and then 1 2 3 4 we defined four questions having the color code, the correct name, and the wrong names, and it follows. Okay, let me scroll it down, and it follows the color question model class. And now we created the question bank, and we are going to say private late initialize current question, and its type will be color question. Okay, okay, now let us go inside on create method and get the references which of the objects which we define in the XML file. So color circle, find view by id, r.id dot color circle, button option 1, find view by id, r.id dot button option 2, actually button option 1, button option 2, find view by id, r.id dot button option 2, button option 3, find view by id, r.id dot button option 3. So button option 1, button option 2, button option 3. So we get the references of these three buttons, and then we have a text view feedback, find view by id, r, let me put it over here, r.id dot text view feedback, and get the reference of button next, find view by id, r.id dot button next, and then we are going to say option buttons dot add all. So we are going to add, actually actually add a list of button option 1 comma button option 2 comma button option 3. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and I'm going to revise what we have done so far. So initially we created the interface and then the model class, and then we define some variables that we are going to use in this app, and define option button, which is a mutable list of button, and color map, where we map colors to their corresponding color code, and question, which is list of color questions, and then the current question, and then we get the references of color circle, button option 1, button option 2, button option 3, text view feedback, button next, and we add in the mutable list of buttons, which is option button, we add the three button of button option 1, button option 2, and button option 3. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and I will see you in the part 2 of this color learning app. So till then, Allah Hafiz.